In today's video, I am going to be completing My Little Pony village that I started in my last video, where I built the entire exterior of the village. And in today's video, I'm going to be furnishing all of the interiors. So if you haven't seen the last video, the part 1, I suggest you watch that first and then come back and watch this one so you can get the full picture. I'm super excited to get into it today because I think it's going to turn out so cute. I can't wait to see all of the houses come together and this whole build come to life. It's going to be adorable. But before we get into it, you guys, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'm not really sure what you're waiting for. I'm not sure. Maybe you'll let me know, or maybe we could talk about it. In all seriousness, you guys, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It helps my channel out so much. So yeah, that's it. Without further ado, let's get into this part 2. We're gonna start with Pinkie Pie's house today. And just as a reminder, Pinkie Pie enjoys parties. She's a party planner. She puts together all the decorations. That's like her thing. She also has some musical talents, so we're gonna add some hints of that. Here's the layout. We're gonna have living room, dining room, kitchen, or we'll have dining room in here. Just depends on space. And then we'll have bedroom, and this will just be a small hallway leading up to our bathroom, which is gonna be up top here. Maybe something like this table. I need lots of seating. Maybe this couch. Okay, and then what about some beanbag chairs? Yeah, let's do some beanbag chairs. Oh, let's do this teal color. Let's do one of these. We can add a side table over here. Could do this rug, or we could do this one, or we could do that. Ooh, that's kind of fun and funky. I like that. We need music in here for sure. Maybe we can add another one of these jukeboxes over here in the corner or something. Let's also get some instruments. Let's get some of this like confetti on the ground. We'll add some of these streamers. Let's get some balloons. Oh, this wall. I think I need to put this back here. Let's do the champagne bucket. Maybe just one of the invisible dance floors. Let's do one of these. Yep, the party hats. I can maybe add the party hats over here too. The drinks. What about the bubble blowing machines? Maybe I'll stick it in here if it will fit. Let's put a party cannon in here somewhere. Maybe over here. Okay, the living room is done and I think it looks so fun and so cute. Very party. We have our seating area over here. I did add a bunch of presents because think of birthday party. I added a disco ball, some treats and stuff on the table. We've got our little musical area over here. And then we've got this table with some snacks and drinks. Now we're gonna move on to our kitchen. I was kind of thinking of doing these pink ones. Do a setup like that, I guess. Let's do this teal fridge and we'll do an oven against this window. And then our dining space, we could fit a dining table here, couldn't we? Let's give her this like party table maybe. Can I do these hot pink chairs maybe? That's kind of fun. I don't know where to put the bubble blower. Could do that instead of this table. Okay. Ooh, I like this little candy one. Let's put this by the sink. Kitchen is done. I think it's super cute. I added a bunch of like baking details. So we have a mixer here, some pot holders, some candy, and then we have the dining table over to the side with some aprons. Let's get her bedroom completed. So I'm thinking either a canopy bed or the heart-shaped bed. So what if we do the heart bed, maybe against the wall here? Let's do the heart side table. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Dresser. I could do this one. Let's make that one work. Do I want to give her a vanity so she can get ready for her parties? Maybe just that one. And we will give her the pink heart chair. That's cute. Okay. And then she needs another radio up here. One of these small little radios. Let's get the standing balloons. I feel like she'd like this mirror. Yep. I love this item. Not horrible. She needs some toys. She needs some teddies. Teddy bear with the heart. This toy box is kind of cute and precious. Let's do the hot pink. Give her the basic unicorn. Maybe I can stick the costume trunk in this room. Bedroom is officially done. Added as many like party details as I could. I think it's cute. And then here is just a small hallway. I added the like costume trunk as well as like a clothing rack. maybe they come up here and they like get dressed up or whatever. And then just a small bathroom. And that is completely it for Pinkie Pie, which means it's time to move on to our next home, which is for Rarity. Again, as a reminder, Rarity is like our luxe girl. She likes things that are fancy, things that are high end. She's into fashion and beauty. That is her forte. Also, another reminder, this is what the interior of the Carousel Boutique looked like. I may have to do a basement level. So here's the thing. First of all, this roof piece, it doesn't matter what I do to it, it comes through. It doesn't matter what pitch it's at, it doesn't matter. There's some sort of bug when it comes to this roof piece and this room. It doesn't always happen, but it's happening now. And I've tried doing like separate roof pieces and it just does not look right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look good. So we're just gonna do a basement level and just pretend that's not there. Let's figure out my layout here. Let me pick a couch. Maybe we do like these fancier couches. Hear me out. This is not going to be our typical living room, I've decided, okay? I'm thinking about raising part of this up on a platform and having like a little dressing area, some mirrors. Ooh, what about these? We'll do like a couple of mirrors like that. And then I need like a clothing rack like that. Yes, cute. This item is absolute perfection. I love it so much. Just hold on. I need to figure this out. Okay, you guys, I'm struggling with this one. So I had to do it off camera a little bit to figure out my layout because I wasn't liking the look of that. I don't know. This one's hard for me for some reason. I'm trying really hard to get this vibe, but still make it cute. I don't know. So I switched it up to the living room sort of looking like this. And then I created this separate area over here with the mirror and the clothing rack. This is what we have so far. I'm gonna roll with this for now. I want to grab a little stool for in here. I think I'm gonna add a stool like this. Let's get a rug. Could do this one from base game. That might be kind of nice with some like accessories on it or something, like a display table. Yes, let's add this super cute table mirror, the heels. I've done it. I've figured it out. And I think I'm happy with this first room. Here it is. This kind of blocks a lot of the view, but I think this turned out really cute so far. Added some magazines, a little fan, added this beautiful chandelier from the new pack. I also added this pony on this pole because it's a carousel. We have this area over here. I added this magazine art, and then we just have this area. The try-on station. Let's go ahead and do our kitchen. Maybe we can do life and death because that feels really sleek, or we could do realm of magic, kind of like the gold, and we'll do it on both sides. We'll do the matching fridge. Okay, good enough. And do a small dining situation in this corner. Maybe that. Okay. I also forgot to add stuff for her cat. I did already, like I showed in my last video, I added a litter box, a cat tree, and then she also has a toy box right here. That's all outside. But I did give her a pet bed here and then a food bowl over here. I think I'm done with the kitchen. I added a little bar cart over here, as well as some wine bottles, some flowers. I'm not gonna go too crazy in the kitchen. Cute. Okay, let's go down and do her bedroom. So down here, I definitely want to have an emphasis on like a fashion studio, right? I'm gonna pick a bed first because I think I already know which bed I want to use for her. I want to use this bed. Let's just do the pink and gold. We'll make that work. For her bedroom, this is sort of what I'm seeing. Definitely more purples and whites in here with pops of pink and blue. I think up here, I want to do a closet, and I'm thinking the closet from Get Famous, and then the shoe part. Where's the shoe closet? Okay. And then I want a vanity for her. Let's just do this super fancy one. I need a chair. We'll do that chair. I think I hate this so far. Like I hate the wallpaper. I'm going to change it. Also, I added some nifty knitting stuff in this room as well. So I added some of this knitting stuff here and some yarn balls back here. And then I changed up some things. I extended the platform all the way around the edge here, and I added this nifty knitting table along with this wall piece, some yarn. We'll have some knitting manuals here. Maybe we could do these tables. Table lamp. I think I want to use the new one because it's so pretty. This is kind of what I was thinking. Maybe in blue. Something that I really need to make sure that I add and I don't forget are mannequins. So I'm going to do that. Let's add this mannequin here. Also, I wanted to mention for Pinkie Pie, I totally forgot that I added this dinosaur stuffed animal on her couch because I decided this is going to be her alligator. Okay. I wanted to add this unicorn in here somewhere. Move my mannequin over here. All right, and after some rearranging, additional cluttering, this is what I came up with for Rarity's bedroom. I think this layout works a little bit better. I was able to fit more in it and just kind of, it flows a little better. So I removed the platform that went all the way around. I just think it was taking up too much space. Here is her closet area. I added a mirror, this like flower pedestal thing. We have her vanity. I did dress the mannequin in this super like luxe looking outfit. I love it. We have her a nifty knitting board here. Here is her bed. We have another little nifty knitting table. I added the salon chair because she's super into fashion and beauty. And then I did put together a bathroom for her. So here is the sink over to this side. We have a toilet here, a large mirror. She always needs mirrors. And then we have the shower on this side. And that is completely it for Rarity's house. Now we're going to move on to Applejack. All right. So Applejack's home should feel very country. It should feel very homey and very family oriented. This is her family home. I also saw on her wiki page, I didn't notice this when I did the exteriors, but she does have a pet dog. So I added this toy box out here, and then we'll add some pet stuff inside as well. And I'm also looking at images of her house, and like this is a picture of her bedroom. As you can see, there's green walls, there's blue with pops of red. For this main room, this is gonna be the living room here and like family room. This will be kitchen and dining, and then upstairs will be a very large bedroom and a bathroom. So I know that this is a family home, which means that she likely has siblings and stuff living here, but these builds are specifically for the character that I'm building for. So the main character, Applejack, Rarity, Rainbow Dash, etc. So I'm not considering everybody that's supposed to be in the house. I just want to clarify that because in previous builds and in this build, whenever there's like a character that has like sort of lore with other characters involved, I'm not really considering that as much just because these are tiny homes. So my main focus is on the actual character I'm building for. Hopefully that clears that up. So yeah, let's get started. I need to decide on which fireplace, and yes, I am going to be blocking this window. That's okay. I could do cottage living. Okay, couch. Maybe the horse ranch couch. I do love this one. Isn't that so pretty? And maybe we can do the horse ranch chairs with the cow print. Okay, I need a rug. Ooh, what about cottage living? Ooh, I like this little mudroom cubby. I might use this. We'll see. I think that's cute. I'm gonna use this side table here, and I'm thinking about using the one with apples on it, this crate from, is this base game? This is base game. And then on this table, maybe we do some board games. We can add those board games there. Let's do this. Do like a gallery wall. Also some art from Horse Ranch is good. So I changed the rug. I think this one suits the space a little bit better. This is what we have so far. I also added a red rocking chair. I just like the look of it. So something that I want to add is the apple clock, of course. Maybe we add it here. Some shoes on the floor. Maybe some of these boots too. Plate of apples somewhere. This is gonna go in the dining room. Oh yes, the bucket of apples. Yup. We can add another toy box in here for the dog. And a dog bed. Let's do this bed over here. I don't know. Could stick it like right there, I guess. I think I'm done with the living room. There's something about it that's a little off to me. I don't really know what it is, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. We have our mud room entryway area, which is a very important detail when you live on a farm, of course. And we've got her hat here. Lots of apple decor. Moving on to our kitchen slash dining room. Let's pick out some counters, and I want to do country kitchen, I think, or cottage living, because I do like the red. Let's pick out our fridge. Maybe this green one. Let's pick a dining room table. That's a cute table. Okay, maybe I can do that one. For our chairs, let's maybe do these. That's fun, I think. We'll add the apples in the center. I could do that rug. That's from Adventure Awaits. And here is the completed kitchen. I actually think it's super cute. We have the kitchen area over here. We just have some clutter stuff on the counters. Here is our dining table with apples. And I wanted to add some dishes and stuff on here too, just so it looks like lived in. All right, so now that the bottom floor is done, let's move on to the room. Let's pick a bed for her. You know what? I think I like this one because I like the pattern on it. I need a dresser. It says that she's good with musical instruments, particularly the fiddle. I can give her a violin. I'm gonna give her this. Let's give her this desk. Then I can do the larger dresser. Just like that. I could also do this wallpaper, which I don't hate. It kind of reminds me of this picture where she's got like the flowers on the wall. So it's kind of reminding me of that. Let's add another horse ranch photo up here because they're just perfect for her house. And then it looks like she's got blue curtains. Sort of remind me of these. I actually don't mind that. Let's grab the apple pear pictures. So she does farm work. So let's give her one of these and some paperwork. We'll do that lamp. I think I'm gonna have to call it on the bedroom. This one's hard, you guys. This one's really hard, but I wanted to go with a different sort of color scheme up here as much as I could. I found this trophy. This is the first place show jumping trophy. I added a fireplace over here. We have more trophies. And then here is her desk area. Bathroom is done. We've got sink, toilet, and our shower right there. And in this top room, I just added another one of these, sorry, it's flinging around so much and it's driving me insane. I just added another one of these little unicorns up there sticking out the top. I think that was a fun way to tie that together. Moving on now to Fluttershy's house. This house should feel very cozy. It should feel warm. It should feel welcoming. It should have a focus on animals and plants. This is the space that I'm working with for Fluttershy's house. This is the vibe that I'm seeing for her home. Very woodsy, cute. I think I want kitchen to be against this wall. So let me just figure out what I want to use for kitchen counters. Enchanted by Nature. Duh. Let's do the country kitchen appliances. I don't know, that one's kind of fun. It's probably our best option. Okay, I can actually probably fit a dining table in here. I really love this new one. This one here. Yeah, I could stick that right there, actually. I'd like some bookshelves. Maybe I'll scoot this whole situation forward a little bit. Okay, I can make that work. That looks good, I think. Could do that standing lamp. That's from Seasons. Could also do this. Maybe we can add one here by the door. Okay, we need pet beds. Let's add one here. Some pet bowls. Let's add 3. Maybe a baby goat, a rooster. I think I want to try to make her bedroom a little more like cutesy than the living room. The living room is a lot more woodlandy, and I'm still gonna pull from that, but I want her bedroom to be more cutesy. Here's the finished product of the living space. I think it looks really cute. I added plants literally everywhere. Let's move on to the bedroom. Oh, I also put together this bathroom as well. I just did a 2-tile and I did a toilet and a shower because they can just use this sink right here. Let's pick a bed. This one's really cute. What if I do this one? That's from Seasons. Oh, that one's really cute with the flowers. For our side table, let me do this pink wood one from Horse Ranch. Oh, I like that one with the colors. This one has animals on it. Wait, that's cute. I'm gonna have to figure out how to make the most of this space because something else that I really want to add is a hedgehog. Very important. I'm gonna size it down if I can. And then I can do a vanity here maybe. Okay, I think we've got most of the essentials. Let's get a mirror to hang above. What about a rug? Oh, these ones are cute. To switch it up, we could do those. Okay. Okay, that's cute. Let's give her a couple of stuffed animals. I feel like she would like them. Let's give her the dog maybe, and maybe the bear. I finished Fluttershy's room and I think it looks really cute. I think it plays into her character very well. We are officially done with Fluttershy, which means we only have 2 more homes to go. Next up is going to be Rainbow Dash. For the floor plan, we're going to have kitchen, living, and dining if it fits. If we can't fit dining, that's okay because we do have a dining table out here. Upstairs is going to be the bedroom, small bathroom, and then this is gonna be like a hobby room, so maybe like a workout room. Reminder, she's very competitive, she's sporty. She also is the weather patrol pony. She also, it looks like, loves books. I also am looking at some images. I'm seeing this image for like a living space. So that's the vibe I'm kind of going for. Kitchen here would make the most sense because it has the most flat surface. Something like that for kitchen. And then living room maybe facing this way. Let's pick a couch. It looks almost identical to this. Love the look of the couch. Hate that color in here. I might not be able to do that color, but I'm gonna try. I want the rainbow rug. Okay, we'll do the rainbow table. Maybe a beanbag chair. Okay, I need a TV. Let's give her that one. And I also want a gaming console, but we'll get there. I'm using these curtains. These are the rainbow curtains from Base Game. She needs some sports posters. Is there a freaking owl outside my office? All right, added some sports stuff by the door as well. These rainbow butterflies, which I also added butterflies in Fluttershy's house because I totally forgot about that item. And that is a perfect item for Fluttershy. So I added a couple. Now I got to put some stuff on the counters. Let's put a blender in here because, you know, protein shakes. Add that right there. This cup. Yup. This is where we're at so far. Added some sports posters to the walls, some trophies, some books. I'm looking at this picture here as well. She's a little bit messier. The living room looks pretty good. I think I want a standing lamp in here. I kind of like this. Some of these. We'll add one above the door. We need the cloud shelves. We could do a couple of these. Maybe we can add some more games on the shelf. We'll add a picture. She has a pet tortoise. I don't know what we have as far as like turtle things go, but we'll see. I changed out the rug. I think this one, I like how vibrant it looks in this room. And then here's our kitchen. I didn't go too crazy in the kitchen. Could I probably add, I'm gonna add some more books over here. That's it for inside the kitchen, living, dining. Let's go up and do the bedroom. Now I have to figure out where my bed is gonna go. This is such an odd shaped room. I think the bed has to go here. Oh, this one's cool. That one kind of has cloud vibes. I think those are supposed to be clouds, so that feels really perfect. For our lamp, I'm thinking about doing the soccer lamp. That feels right. Just a dresser like this against this wall. I want to give her a desk as well in this space like that. Some jerseys. What about a little bench or like mini couch right here or something? This one. Okay, let's grab some of the ribbons and stick these on the wall. Let's do these cloud curtains. Here is what we have for the bedroom. Sports posters, lots of clutter, trophies everywhere. Here is what we have on this side. The bathroom is also complete. Here it is. And with that, we have one last room, which is going to be this room upstairs. And this is the room I think I'm going to make like a skill room, maybe a workout room. Here are some weights from Love Struck. Add a soccer ball, add a punching bag somewhere, a glute force bike. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that I added the turtle plushie from Nifty Knitting here, and then also one down here since she does have a pet tortoise. And then what about some mirrors? Could do something like that. I'm annoyed. I just listened back to my last clip that was like 30 minutes long. I don't know how much of it is actually going to be in the video, but I don't know why my audio switched over to like the weird sound again. If you are an OG watcher of my videos, you'll know that I struggled with my audio for a long time. It sounded muffled and disgusting, and it was because there was like a setting that was switched in my computer, and so I fixed it and I haven't had an issue since, and then all of a sudden it was back. I don't know why the setting changed. Anyway, I apologize for the bad audio that just took place. It's better now. Okay, I finished up this skill room, this workout room. I think it's so cute. We have all of our workout equipment. I added this table with some more stuff, some headphones, a speaker. Without further ado, you guys, we have one more home to furnish, and that's gonna be for Twilight Sparkle. And I think this one's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, as a reminder for Twilight Sparkle, she is highly organized. She is the ruler, or becomes the ruler, of Equestria, and she loves books and knowledge. So her house should feel like a library. It should feel very magical, whimsical, but also like, think Ravenclaw. Think Ravenclaw, but whimsical. Here's the layout. We're gonna have our living room, maybe a dining room in this area, but definitely a library. We're gonna have our kitchen, maybe dining table. We'll see where it fits. Okay, that's gonna be there. Up here, we're gonna have a pretty large bedroom and a bathroom over here. So when looking at photos of the inside of the Golden Oak Library and the castle and all of the things, this is kind of what I'm seeing. This is more so the Golden Oak Library. We're not really going for this vibe, but I definitely want to have bookshelves like this. Think this. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, maybe one of these. That's pretty. Okay, we'll decide on that in a second, but I love that arch. It's so pretty. Floor to ceiling bookshelves is a necessity in this house. Which couch? Maybe like a rocking chair? Something like that. I don't know. I like that one. I don't like it coming through the walls. Maybe I can scale it down just a little bit. Okay, now it's not coming through the walls, which is good. Let's do this one. And then a little side table over here, maybe. Let's do this one. I think this will be our living space. I might still make this a kitchen and make this like a study space. Do these pictures from Crystal Creations. Let's add this item. That's so cool. Maybe we could find a small table to add here. I don't know. Maybe we'll do this table. Yes, this wizardry book. She also has a companion, Spike, which is a little dragon. So I should probably add some things for Spike. Maybe I'll add a small dragon in purple. There he is sitting on the couch. Ooh, let's add one of these little calculator things. Okay, I think that's gonna do it for my living area. I think that looks really cute. Added some potions, some of the little crystal balls. I think it looks good. I may come back and change some things, but for now, that's gonna be the look. Let's do this library next. I need lots of bookshelves. We'll just do it like that, I think. Let's give her a desk, or I need a table. Let's try to make this one work, I suppose. It's kind of a tight squeeze, but I kind of like it. Let's add a little candelabra in the center of the table. I love that candelabra. We'll add an open book. I also added this thing over to the side here. And then maybe over here, I can add like a small bench or something. Might have to do this one. Maybe some blueprints. I think I'm done with the dining room, like study area. I think this is like a little bit of a different vibe. It's more academic rather than like sparkle. So I kind of have the best of both here. We've got the more like crystal castle vibe in here, and then like a more academic with a little bit of crystal sparkle. I think it's cute. So with that, we're gonna move on to the last room down here, which is gonna be our tiny little baby kitchen. On countertops for here, I think I actually like this color better. Let me try this base game super blue cabinet. I think I'm gonna like that color a little better. I think I can get behind that. Her kitchen needs to be highly organized. I'm thinking those containers from one of the clutter packs. I can't remember the name of it. And I also want a tea set. So maybe one of these, maybe one of these cookbooks. I love that little crystal vivarium. I think that's it for the kitchen. Not gonna overdo it. It's time to go upstairs. I saw this picture and I really like this vibe. So I think this is the look I'm gonna try to go for. Let's pick a bed. It needs to be like a little fancy, but not overly. Oh, what about this one? This one's cute. Yeah, that's a good vibe. We could do these ones from Life and Death. Oh, and it would be nice to have a little built-in. And then we can add some bookshelves in here. Okay, that's unique. Could do one of those, and then I could add like a telescope. Perfect. Could put the chess table there because they can technically still get up here. I love those curtains. Those are from Love Struck, and I think they just add like a nice little feeling to the room. I'm going to move this mirror down a little bit. She also has like this space looking galaxy light thing up on the ceiling, and we do have one of those lights in the game. Let's add that right here. She also has a fish tank in her room. I don't know if I'm gonna have room for a fish tank. Oh, maybe I put the cauldron out on the balcony and we add a fish tank over here. I love that. Chess player, trophy, computer programming. She's just super smart. Innovators Award for Excellence in Science. So I had to rearrange the room because I completely forgot that I needed to add a door to the bathroom. I do that all the time with doors, stairs, ladders. I just forget. And I do a whole build and then I'm like, oh wait, kind of need that. So I had to rearrange. I liked it better the other way, but you know what? We had to make do. So I moved my fish tank over here, moved the bed against this wall, and then all of this is the same. I did add a crown from Royalty and Legacy, which I think looks really good. I added a bed for Spike. I added a little study area. That's it for the bedroom. And then here is the bathroom I put together. And with that, you guys, I think I'm officially done with my Twilight Sparkle build, which means I am done with all 6 builds. Let's do the final tour. All right, guys, let's get started on this tour. Here we are in Pinkie Pie's house. This one turned out so cute. I love the pink vibe. I love the party element. I just think this one looks like a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing this build as a whole. It was cool to see all of the characters' different personalities and different likes and interests come to life. I mean, that's with every build, but I feel like this one, they really are all so different. Here we have Rarity's house. Love the purple in this house. I think it's so grand and dramatic, which I love about her house. It's so cute. This is her bathroom. Again, elegant, luxe, adorable. Fluttershy's is one of my favorite. I always love a good nature theme. It's one of my favorites to do. It's just so pretty and nice, and I love it. And I love that I was able to kind of pull from the cutesy vibe and the like more nature look. This is for, what's her name? Applejack. Her house is so cute and country. It just feels so warm and cozy. It reminds me of like going to your grandmother's house. I don't know. I love the look and the feeling of this house. Now we have Rainbow Dash. This one was so different and honestly kind of hard to get the colors to work the way that I wanted them to and to make sure that it didn't look flat. And I think I did a pretty good job. You guys can let me know in the comments down below if I'm delusional for that, but I think this one turned out really cute. And then, of course, we have Twilight Sparkle. Hers was also more difficult than I expected it to be, but I like that I was able to kind of pull in the more academic elements and the crystal-y elements as well. Make sure it's magical, but still intelligent looking. So yeah, that's it. And I think it turned out adorable. All right, you guys, I am wrapping it up there. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this part 2 of my My Little Pony build. I had so much fun doing this build. It really was a fun little challenge, but it was also cool to like see all of their personalities come together, like I already said. I just think it turned out adorable. I'm having a hard time deciding which one's my favorite. I really don't know. I think they're all so cute and unique, but you guys let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite, because I'm curious to know. And with that, I'm gonna wrap it up today, you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. I truly appreciate all of your love and support. It means the world to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye.